Hello all, welcome back to my channel. Today we will discuss about the sample program of C, how you write the first program. Before going for the sample program, we will need to keep few things in our mind related to the program. First is what? C is a structured programming language, or you can say a procedural programming language. Procedural programming language means basically it's a traditional programming language which has three things to follow. First is what? Sequence. Second is selection. And third is iteration. Sequence means the program will execute in a sequence. Like suppose you have set of instructions, then first should execute first, then second, then third, then fourth, and so on. This is called what? The sequence of the program, top to bottom, left to right. Next is what? Selection. Selection means if you want to write any condition, and depending upon that condition you need to execute some set of instructions. If the condition is true, if the condition is false, then you need to execute another set of instructions. This is called what? Selection. Normally the selection comes here in if-else form. Next is what? Iteration. Iteration means if you have set of instruction and you want to execute these set of instructions more than one time, like suppose I want to write my name 50 times, then this is called what? Iteration. It is supported by structured programming language. In iteration you will get what? Loops. This is called what? The structured or the procedural programming language. These are the three things which we need to keep in mind. Second is it's a free form language. Free form language means you can write your whole program even in a single line or multiple lines, whatever. It's a free form language. There is no any predefined structure to write that. Next is case sensitive language. Case sensitive language means it will differentiate between capital and small letters. If you are writing any keyword, then you have to take care of all these things. Fourth is it provides 32 keywords. Keywords are nothing, basically the reserved word for a particular language for a special meaning. You need to use them to write the code. Own compiler. C provides you the own compiler to compile the program or to convert your high level program into the language which is close to the hardware. Sixth is changes in program need Next is change in program need to compile again. Means if you write any source code, you compile it and you execute the program. It will show you the output depending upon your source code. But if you want to change something in your source code, then you need to compile it again so that the changes also convert into the machine language to execute. Next thing is what? The style of the program. Style means where you have to use various things, like suppose this is your screen. First of all you have to include the library files, header files, then you need to go for the function which you need to execute, and then the set of instructions. And style of the program means how you write, what is the layout of the program. Basically first of all you have to use all the library files, header files here, then you start the main function, and in these curly braces you need to write every statement. Main function is basically responsible to execute the statements. Every statement will start execution from the main function and end also the main function. You need to write what? Hash include stdio.h What is this? First is what? Hash. Hash is what? Hash. Preprocessor. As its name indicates, preprocessor, before processing. If you want to include something, if you want to define something which you are going to use in your program, you have to use what? Hash. Preprocessor is basically responsible to set the environment of the program. Basically what it does, it basically links the program with the header file. Now, which header file? This is preprocessor directive, and this is header file which we are going to use. Here is what? Include. Include is what? Basically a keyword. It's a keyword. It's a reserved word to include a header file. What is the name of the header files? stdio.h. But reserved word means you need to use always include. You can't use today I am using include, tomorrow I will use attach. No, because include is the reserved word to use the header file, nothing else. Next is what? Angle brackets. These are called the angle brackets. Whatever file you want, you are going to use in a program, you have to enclose an angle brackets. Next is what? stdio.h. std stands for standard. Standard input output .h. Standard input output .h. Standard input device and standard output device. All the functions which are related to standard input device and standard output device are basically lying in stdio.h. .h is what? Basically it's an extension of the header file. .h is the extension of stdio.h. Means whatever header file it may be, it will have what? The .h extension. Next is what? I am writing here int main. This is what? Basically the main function which is having what? A line welcome in C programming and return 0. This is the main function. Every execution starts from the main function in almost every languages like Java, C++, C# and all. Every execution starts from the main function and also at the main function. Int main. Every function has a structure like first is what? Return type, name of function and the bracket. This is argument list. This is the basically structure of the function, and these are the curly braces, start and stop. Means the name of function which you are going to define. Here is which type of value your function is returning and which type of value it is taking. So here I am saying what? This is what? The main function. It will return the integer value. What? Integer value, and it is not taking anything. It's not taking anything, then we can write here what? The empty braces. Here is what? The return type. If you don't want to write any return type, you can write what? Void. Void means nothing. This is what? Here your program starts. This is opening brace and this is the closing curly brace. It means here your program ends. In this, what we want to execute here is what? Printf. Printf is basically a function which is used to print on the console, on the command prompt, or you can say on the screen. Printf is a function which is lying inside the stdio.h header file. What you want to write? You want to write welcome in C programming. Whatever you want to write as it is, you have to enclose it double quotes. After that, this is a function, then it must have what? These braces. Must have these braces. After that, what? The semicolon. Semicolon is what? Statement terminator. It's basically a statement terminator. Statement terminator means the statement ends here. Now you can write this is return 0 also here and then semicolon. This is called what? The free form language. Next is what? Return 0. Every function must have to return something. If the function is not returning, it means it is returning what? Void, nothing. Otherwise here is what? Integer is the return type, then we need to return what? 0. If your program is not returning anything, then you need to write what? 0. Only an integer value you need to return, then we can return what? The 0. Again, statement termination operator. Return is also a keyword. Okay. Next is what? Closing the braces. Closing braces indicates what? Your program ends here. This is a simple program. Next thing is, if you don't want to return any integer value, you can use what? Void here. Void means nothing. Now there is no need to write what? This type of statement. When your program execute, it will basically show the welcome in C program statement on the standard output device, that is monitor, and it will not hold the screen. Then how will you view? If you want to hold the output screen at the same time, then you can use what? Get_ch function. Get_ch stands for get character. Get character means a function which demands a character from the standard input device. Then obviously if it demands, then it will hold the screen, output screen. Then you can view what? The program. Then you can press any character, then it will come into your program. Now this get_ch function is in conio.h. Conio.h header file. Conio stands for console input output. Console is what? Basically the output screen, command prompt, or in Windows we can say CMD, command prompt, output screen. In Linux, Unix, Ubuntu we say normally the terminal. Then if you want to use any function which is related to the console, you need to include header file conio.h. Get_ch is a function which is in conio.h. Now if you want to view the output, or if you want to show your output in the clear screen, means before any other output should not be there, then you need to use what? CLR_SCR. CLR_SCR is a function that is called what? Clear screen. Now your program will execute like this in main function, then it will clear the screen. After that it will show the program output, welcome in C program, then get_ch, and then it will over. This is basically a simple C program. Now this is our program. After that what you need to do is, you need to compile your program. After that you need to execute your program to see the output. Now you need to save it. If you want to save your file, then you need to write what? .c. .c should be the extension of the C program. Now this is all about the sample program of the C. Hope you got all the information and all the small things which you need to take care about writing the sample program of C. In our next video we will discuss about the operators, data types, variables, etc. If you got the information from my channel, then kindly like and subscribe my channel. Till then, very goodbye.